From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
Market update, my people, we are still holding steady, actually increasing. So here we go. John's going to break it down for us one more time.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, we're still seeing another steady week where the rates have been holding up and volumes are still increasing. We've seen some markets, particularly in the south and the southeast region, where there are over 1,500 to almost 2,000 loads available within any 100 to 150 mile radius. So with that, we've been able to see some increased rates, particularly out of some of those areas, and even some reloads outside of that. So for example, we've booked nearly $4 a mile from North Carolina to Virginia. Love to see this one this week. We also saw $250 a mile, actually a little over $250 a mile from Ohio to Montana for $4,300. Saw over $280 from Mississippi and Kentucky back down to Florida. And even though loads out of Florida are cooling down a little bit, we're still seeing a handful of loads out of Florida still around $2 a mile. So that's really been able to help us out right now.
So what's your plan? What's the major plan for a lot of the guys who stay out there actually and do that 34 over the weekend? Because I know a lot of our guys are going to take a load this morning to deliver Monday. So where's the best? What are some of the good spots to be in for Monday?
So the biggest thing is honestly, a lot of it just kind of depends. It varies. Realistically, you'd rather be ending up in a harder spot on Monday and say you're now getting a banger load into like the Northeast, knowing that the Northeast area isn't paying well. I'd rather be starting off in the Northeast on Monday than being there on a Friday and now have to take a cruddy load for the weekend.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep. So speaking of that, June just started and we're still right now. Spot rate is showing that dry vans actually increased a little bit. We're at $205 a mile across the country, as opposed to being at $2 a mile for the month of May. But here in Voyager, we've been able to average over $220 a mile across all trucks so far starting off this month.
Yeah, and this is the perfect time to share a lot of, our partnership is not just rates, guys. We depend on our owner operators to actually have an open line of communication, because for us, the details absolutely matter. Like things as simple as, breakdowns and even OS&Ds, and you didn't realize somebody left a skid of, even 3 boxes on your truck. How does that damage a guy in his week financially?
Yeah, no, any sort of delay can definitely affect the driver. Like you just said, let's say damages now, and you don't know what you're doing with those damages, and your reload was 30 miles away and you had an hour and a half originally to make it there, and now that damage is, while we're waiting for the broker to respond back and just communication, now you lose a reload. You don't want to be losing a day. You don't want to really be losing any sort of time. So timeliness is absolutely everything. The moment there's any damages, any issues whatsoever, report that to your dispatcher immediately. We're trying to go ahead and jump on that and just pressure so that we don't have to lose a reload. Or even if we do, we have the ample amount of time to go ahead and get you something else right after that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Trucking happens, man. Shit's going to happen. It's going to hit the fan, but it's a matter of like when you actually find out, so you could do something about it in a timely fashion, not to harm the week financially. Because it could be a breakdown, man, or actually managing hours of service. That could be another,
No, for sure. And just to kind of, elaborate a little bit more on like any issues with the load, like we require pictures on every single one of our loads. So imagine you don't go back there and just check to make sure your trailer's empty, and you drive off and you go to your reload and find out that a pallet's still there.
Yeah.
Now you're starting off from ground zero. Same thing with hours of service. Yes, we all want to chase the money. Yes, we all want to be able to just go. But if you're being dispatched way too aggressively and now it's like, oh no, man, you got to make it 800 miles by tomorrow at 8 a.m. Good luck. And now you were supposed to deliver out of Walmart and they're asking you to reschedule for 3 days later. So even though those 800 miles, you probably thought it was great and we're just going to push, and now you missed your appointment, and now not only did you miss your appointment, you're losing 3 days with no layover.
Yeah, and even about the pictures, like a lot of guys may think like, oh man, that's overkill and all that, but it's actually not. So here's a prime example. I'm actually fighting a claim right now. We delivered back in October. Man, that's October.
Long time.
Yeah. So the load had some problems, had $1,000 in layover. So that's a win, but they're trying to take it right back because on the paperwork, the guy, they were expected 2,100 cartons or whatever, but only received 2,000. So now they're trying to take $900 back, which is going to be a wash. Mm-hmm. But no. We got pictures. We got pictures of the seal. So it was loaded by the shipper, counted by the shipper, sealed intact, received with the seal. But without these pictures, it's a hard fight. It's a he said, she said. So with this, And here you are months and months later, and it's a big ass broker. So it's not like this is this little one. And they're just trying to underpayment. And now they're putting in this claim months later, man. So pictures do help. They're hurting for cash, so they're looking for any opportunity that they can to collect. So we got to be diligent and protect ourselves as much as we can.
Absolutely. And, some of it is immediate. And like you're saying, right now, October's 7-8 months ago,
hey, man.
Maybe more.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to try.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
But they're in for a fight. That's what I'm talking.
Oh, yeah. Going down swinging.
Here we go, guys. All right, guys, that is your market update. Remember, if you're looking for good opportunities as an owner-operator, it is 863-342-5171. And if you're a company driver looking for some opportunity, we do have current owner-operators with multiple trucks looking for some quality drivers. Give us a call as well. Owner-operator partnership is very real. I got tons of guys who are making $4,000 take-home. Learn how you can do that by giving me a call at 863-342-5171. We are conveniently located in Lakeland, Florida. We are a Florida-based trucking company that is here to provide you resources to be successful. So once again, it's 863-342-5171.